Hey everybody, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. We are going to be talking about sampling. But what one of my girls, Nadia, asked me to talk about the back office a little bit real quick and what it means to be qualified and what the levels are. So I'm going to go over that really very quick. I'm gonna share my screen. And we're gonna do this. Okay. All right. So the easiest way to tell if you're qualified is if there is a little green bubble next to you. And in order to be qualified, you have to have 125 PV in your own office. And that can come from you putting in that qualified order or customers putting that order in for you. So if you look at your name, you can see the green and know that you're qualified. If it's yellow, it means you're active, but you haven't hit the 125. And if it's red, it means you have not put in a qualifying order. Okay. So in order to get to 3% cash back, you need to have 200 GV. So you have to be qualified at the 125 in order for you to be qualified to be paid. But once your GV hits 200 volume, you then get 3%. And you can come over here to this dashboard and select that, and it will tell you exactly where your volumes are. So for 6%, you need 400. For 9%, you need 600, and this is GV, but you have to be 125 qualified first in your own back office. If you want more clarity on that, go ahead and get with your specific team person, like your upline, your sideline, whoever. You can contact me directly. That's fine. So today we are going to talk about sampling, and we're going to continue with our boutique model because we don't just sell products, we are creating experiences, and we're coming at it from an elevated mindset. And that starts with us, right? So we have to first assume the mantle of somebody who is helping individuals and not just selling products to individuals. And there is a difference in how you approach that. So you're creating moments to remember. That is important for you to remember, right? You know, it's not you should be buying this. It's you have to try this. It'll complement the XYZ activity that's going on with them already, right? So if your interaction with them was, hey, like what skincare are you currently using? Because I love how this is operating for you. Have you tried lip oils or have you tried retinol? And you start a conversation with them. It's not buy my lipstick. Okay. Um, so when we want to approach individuals for sampling, there's a couple of different scenarios in which we do that. So we're going to start with the fact that why do you want to sample? Well, you want to build the trust factor, the know like trust factor. So when you give away products, people feel that law of reciprocity, but it also allows them to experience the products without making a financial investment initially, right? Because there's a lot of times when you're like, well, I'm interested in that, but I don't know if I want to spend X dollars on that to just try it. So there's a lot of ways that you can go about that. So it reduces their risk. Um, it ties them in emotionally, and it's a conversation, not a sales pitch. You know, like so. Hey, you know, I see that you are in the later seasons of your life. Would you like to try the age reverses? It's formulated specifically for individuals who are over 40 years old. And so it's learning how to phrase things to invite conversation as opposed to like, can I just give you this for you to try it? Does that make sense? This is interactive. I would love for you guys to talk to me. You can say it in the chat, you could raise your hands, or you could just unmute and
Yes, ma'am. Makes perfect sense. We listening. I'm
thank you.
listening.
Okay. So there is a the four C's, right? And they compliment, which opens the door. And it has to be an authentic compliment. Like, you want to talk about something like if you love their hair or their pocketbook or their fit, right? If they are looking absolutely fly, you want to tell them that. Maybe it's the sunglasses, maybe it's the pocketbook, maybe it's the shoes, whatever it is. And then have a conversation, connect. Connect is the next part. And curiosity, you're building curiosity in the products that you have. And then the close, it feels like the next step. It doesn't feel like you're pitching them. So I'm just going to read this little scenario. It's you have the prettiest glow. What are you using? And then you wait for them to respond. Oh, you would love this. Have you tried it before? And then you wait for their answer. I can send you a sample if you'd like to test it. And there's different samplings, right? So sometimes the sampling is going to be in person. Sometimes the uh it's going to be boutique experience, and sometimes it's going to be you're going to be at a pop-up. There's different scenarios. So we're going to talk about your one-on-one, which is a direct sampling, and you're going to position it as that, would you like to try this thing? Lip samples, skincare packets, right? So, pharmacy sends us a whole bunch of beautiful things when we buy that little red sample pack, and we can always buy more. But like this is the deal, right? Like this is the Air Glow, which is the foundation, and it comes in a whole different variety. So you can use this as sampling for yourself to find your shades, but also stick your QR code on it and give this out as samples while you're having conversations with individuals. And you always want to tie the sample to something that they responded with. So if you started the conversation about foundation or skincare and they came back at you about your mascara looks fantastic, then you want to talk about that. Mascara sampling is a little different, but it's possible in a one-on-one scenario if you have little mascara brushes and your mascara, right? And when you have your mascara, you want to make sure that it's not the product that you're using for yourself. And the best way to do that is you have your products, and then you have products that are specifically your testers, and you can get these little tester stickers off of Amazon, and you can stick them on your display items so that when you're at your pop-up events, you know specifically that you haven't put that's not your product. That is specifically your sampling product. And it makes it easier for you to, like, when you're running around looking for a lipstick, you know that you can't use that unless you're going to use a one-shot lippy applicator out of it. They have little, I mean, like you can get all these cute little applicators. They're inexpensive. I know Rhonda's got these all over her shop. I saw them. If you're doing an online conversation with somebody, you can offer them a mini boutique experience, which is a sample pack. And you want to build it with 2 to 3 coordinating samples. And this is something very similar to what Seven Figure Spa Chick speaks about an awful lot. And that is building an experience, right? She's like, do you want my PR pack? And she'll put whatever she wants in that PR pack, and you're going to build it based on the experience level. If you're spending $5 and that individual is ordering $100 worth of product, uh like, did you make out there? You absolutely did. So, but you want to start with a conversation. And some of the excuse me, some of these the mini spa packages that you can do, you call it whatever you want, but glow starter kit, right? Like foundation. I think these are 225 for a pack, right? You can do like an everyday confidence set and you put what you want in it. You can do a 5 minute face refresh. You can do a mini wake and glow if you package up an L-carnitine and a beauty shot and a coffee or a Serenity in there. You put all that in there and you have a mini package. You spent less than $10 on it and you can send that off to them, curating that experience. When you are at the storefront, whether it's a pop-up or you opened your trunk somewhere, right? This, depending on what your state laws are, your cottage laws, you want to find that out before you open your trunk. But if you're vending somewhere, then depending on the type of vending, you can have one of those hot water activities, and you can have coffee. You can give out the coffee samples. You could do the Serenity samples. You can create a cold, like if you have a gallon of water, you put it in one of those pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Dispensers, one of those pretty glass dispensers, and you could have the little cups. Little cups are in the other room. I tried to put everything here so that I could, but the little 2 ounce cups, and you put a little water in it, and then you give them a little recharge stick, and you can have a sample bag, and you can have the sample bag in your pocketbook, right? You got tea, got a bunch of tea. But if you wanted to give them a recharge, you could have that in there as well, right? Uh-oh. My QR codes are trying to escape. One of the things that I do for, and I'm going to get to that in a second, the different labels that you can create for yourself. But I created my QR code and I put it on little, and these are now on the package itself. You might want to do that, but we'll get to that in a second. So you could have your coffee station, you can have your Wake and Glow station, you can have your Lippy station. If you're, thank you, Rhonda. So yeah, like I'm gonna take a sidebar and I'm gonna talk about that for a hot second, right? So I have different, and I just use Avery. You can make yourself a free Avery account and you can create, and so like this is a whole sheet of my QR codes. Yes, Avery, Avery.com, and you can create your own thing, and the template is right on the sticker, so you know exactly what template it is, and then you download it and you can just print it. And this is a teeny label, but it's got 4 QR codes on it, which is absolutely perfect for your small packages, right? If you're giving out these, you can see it's got my QR code right there on it. So once they've tasted it, they're like, oh, how do I get, oh, it's right here. This is how I get in touch with her. And then I make bigger sized ones that have my customer link on it and that do you want to be on my mailing list, right? Not everybody wants to give away their email address. So if you put more than one QR code on there, you have a better shot of hitting everybody. And these labels are perfect for these things, right? The company that you can buy these from the company and you stick it right on the back where there is space for it, but also square on the front of your catalogs. So it's right there for them. So if you leave this if you accidentally leave this at the doctor's office or the dentist or whatever, the next lady who comes behind you will find this, but also will find out how to find you so that when they look through it and they're like, oh, and when they look through it, they're going to find this. And what this is I created in Canva blurbs about the different fragrances. I got these little Mylar bags, printed them out, sprayed them with the perfume, and then stuck. So this is a perfume sample, but it's contained. So it's not like when you open it up, you smell that perfume coming right off you. Not everybody likes that, but it's a nice contained, and you don't have to worry about it. And you can put those in to any kind of content that you create for yourself. One of the other things that I have created is a couple of trifold. And there's my sample right in it. But this is one for the NutriPlus and the creatine and all of that. And it has my information right on the back. I've made one for the fragrances. I've made I've made like 5 different trifolds. And to create this activity is 50 cents by the time you factor in the fragrance sample and the paper and all of that. This is more economical as you begin your business to create something like this. Okay. Okay, where was I? All right. So yeah, so you can create all kinds of small, inexpensive ways to sample your product. And while you're out and about talking to business owners or the lady in line behind you at the grocery store, you have that ability. While you're out and about, you're going to see community boards, community bulletin boards. And so you want to position yourself in a way that you can. So I've got 4, I made them small, so there's 4 on a page, but basically, and I can put the PDF into were you able to see that? Let me take my background off for a second. I can figure out how to do that. Oh, they did this whole, oh man. They changed everything. All right, I don't know. Okay, so there you go.
Go to your camera if you're on your computer. It's where the video is, the little carrot thing.
Yeah, I know, but they changed all the settings. I don't know what's going on over there. I'll blur my background.
It says video and effects. I
Effects,
guess that's what it is.
appearance,
Video and effects
digital
setting.
backgrounds.
Yeah, that's what it is.
None. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, there. Okay, so this is something that I created and then I put it in Canva so I could put 4 on a sheet. But basically, it's an ad. It's a little ad. It has my QR code. There is a college nearby me, so I'm gonna run to the Panera and the Dunkin' and the Starbucks, and I'm gonna take my box of tacks with me because I can't assume anybody's got tacks there for it, and I'm gonna put these up in that space. You're out and about doing stuff anyway. You're going to find community boards all over the place. You want to make it small enough so that there's space on the community board for you to put it up. And so people aren't putting stuff all over your specific things. And you can make multiple different ones. Because there is a college right here, I'm going to go stick this around the college. There's 55 plus communities. I'm going to ask if I could put stuff in their boards, and I'm going to tailor my little ad for somebody of that season in their life. So just think for a second about what niche you're serving and where you're located so that you can do these things. Does anybody have any questions for me at this point? Okay. All right. When you are doing samples for pharmacy, I do not recommend creating your own little sample cups by getting little containers and putting product into it. That's not a good look. That's not an elegant look. So go ahead, invest in the samples from the company. But if you are in an in-person setting, you can do samples directly out of things like your paprika bottle, or if you're doing flaunt it, you could do it right out of that. Get yourself some nitrate gloves, the saran wrap if you're going to offer that experience. Like, however, think about what specific products you're going to sell at each so that when you go to do the sampling for those things, that you have all the things that you need in order to do the sampling. And you can create all kinds of little business promo things for you so that as you're out and about, like these items, like these little bags come with me, right? And they have the sand. So this is the beauty and skincare stuff, and this is my Nutrish bag, and I put them all in the tote. They come with me. They stay in the car. They're with me all the time, so that I can sample as I have conversations at the grocery store, at the bank, wherever I'm at. I can have conversations with individuals. Any questions? Any
Yes, yes,
suggestions?
Sonia. Hi, this is Kamisha. Good morning. I have a question.
Good morning,
Um,
Kamisha.
where would I go in the app to get the samples?
Okay, so if you are on the pharmacy website, you are going to look over on the main menu at the top. Why don't I just show you? How about that? So,
Okay.
okay. So you're on the main menu right here at the top. You're going to come over to brand tools, and then you're going to come down to support items. And then it's going to take forever to come up because my computer wants to be a pain in the butt, but you can just buy the samples this way. Okay. And
Okay.
this is where you get your catalogs too. Your best bang for your buck is to just go ahead and get the pack of 25 at $40. But you can get the volumizing set that I had showed earlier. They're $2.50 a piece. And you can get whatever they got in here. Sometimes they have stuff that's out of stock, and some stuff has been out of stock for a minute, but you know, we've got the volumizing shampoo set, and we have the CCs and the BBs and the foundations right here.
Quick question.
Okay.
So these are only available on the website and not the app?
When you go into the app, you can let me see. You should be able to right from the app as well.
You should be able to search brand tools. Let me
Okay.
look real quick because the app
And
is
when I'm
just a whole.
purchasing, not to cut you guys off, but I just don't want to lose my question. When I'm purchasing from the website, I would need to log in just like how I would log in on the app.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. If you pull up your computer, you just go to the pharmacy website and you sign in the same exact username and password as your app.
And
Okay.
and then once you do, you're going to type brand or brand tools in the search bar, and you're going to be able to pull it up that way.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
You're quite welcome. Making me learn how to use the app. I appreciate
We're
it.
learning together.
Exactly. Sadia,
Good morning. Happy
good morning.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Okay, my question is, okay, so I know this month in 2 weeks, I'm doing my very first real event at a health and wellness event up here. So I have so much products here. And my question is, okay, like with the samples, I want to get samples to take with me, but at the same time, I don't have a complete set of all the like the facial products. Should I?
So
Uh-huh.
the way that I would handle that is have what you have available, sample what you want to sample, and then plan with them a shopping experience, and then take them through the website. Like, and you can build a cart for them and
Mm-hmm.
send them the cart, and then they can pay through you could just email or text them the link to the shopping cart that you built for them, and
Mhm.
then they can go ahead and pay and get it shipped directly to them. It's not optimal because a lot of people like to buy and have stuff on hand, but
Right.
it's all in how you present it.
Okay.
So you're going to present it in such a fashion that, you know, that this is an experience. They're going to get a cute pharmacy box, and it's going to be delivered directly to their door. And then after they receive it, they're going to receive a follow-up from you, because you're going to reach out to them a couple days after they receive it, right? Because when
Mhm.
customers purchase, we want to make sure that they got it, they like it, and they're having a good time with it. And that starts to build your rapport with them, and you go from there.
Okay.
Okay. We
Okay.
could talk
Thank you.
about setup and like you do the best that you can, right? Like I have all of the perfumes for myself so that people can smell them, but I
Mhm.
don't have, you know, 8 boxes of each of the perfumes, right? Because you have to go at the pace you're going at. Just do the best that you can with the products that you have on hand.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nadia?
All right, I want to add to you to what Tanya said to you, Sonia. I mean
Mhm.
Sadia, because I vend a lot and I don't have complete sets. But what I did notice that if you give somebody or you have face wash, right?
Mhm.
That it's good to have the face wash and not the moisturizer, because if they wash their face, they gotta go buy the moisturizer, so they walking around with the little
Mm.
skin. So that's the thing. I have the face washes. I don't have all the moisturizers, but that's when you give them. You have the little QR code, or you have a business card, or
Mhm.
a electronic business card, or you send them a hot link or a hot list. Not hot link. Sorry, man, must be hungry. But a hot list of the different, if you set up in your phone the hot list of the individual um skincare sets,
Mhm.
they already have the cleanser, so they'll buy the rest of it. Or
Oh.
regardless of what, if you just give them a piece, they gonna want to search for the other. So it's okay if you don't have the whole system. So if you got the moisturizer, then of course you're gonna want to wash your face, or vice versa. So think of
Mhm.
it like that. You don't have to have samples of everything when you're vending. It's impossible when you're vending to have everything. You know, even Stormy, that's got everything, doesn't vend with everything.
Okay.
Yeah, vending is like, once you keep going, you'll learn the tricks of the trade, and it's not even just wellness, anything. Then you'll learn from your other vendors, and always talk, because one time I went to a vending event, it wasn't a much outcome, but I sold to every vendor in there. So try, if you can, bring somebody with you so you can work that room, because even if a lot of people don't show up, them
Mhm.
vendors don't have what you have, and so make sure you sell to them, because I think I sold to one customer one time, but I made a couple $100 that day because I
Mhm.
sold to the thing. You know, I live in these little old small towns, so
Okay.
but yes, that's my advice on when it comes to vending. You don't have to have everything. You kind of want to tease them. That makes them go to your website and order.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get with you before my vending.
And this as well, right? If you start making the trifold uh brochures that I was talking about,
Mhm.
and you have the all night mask, and you show this picture of Brittany Metke's husband after he's been using the Botox in a in a bottle, right? Like look at the difference right here. Like she posts this picture all the time. She sells this product, right? The age reverses line. You build your cart, right? Where's hold on a second.
Mhm.
Okay. So you have the front and back of it, right? I got a QR code on here. I added the super elixir to this set. And
Wow.
so this right here is going to take you to the hot list that I made with all the products that are in this specific trifold. So if you build trifolds for the skin lines and work on what Dia said, well, I only have this little product over here. It is our Botox in a bottle. Shh, don't tell anybody we call it Botox in a bottle because that's trademark or whatever. And then you just go from that, or you show the what was that woman's name that had that beautiful response when it came to using the tea tree line, and she had all of that like eczema or whatever it was on her face, and it
Mhm.
like she worked that. So visuals, pictures, if you get some of those little acrylic shells and you put little pictures in it, and you can put the hot list scan right there, right? Like you don't necessarily have to give them a trifold, right? Like you can give them whatever you've got going on. So like if you have the trifold, awesome, because that hot list is right here.
Yeah, you can use my picture for the Lumi Radiance line.
Okay, I'll I'll
That
I'll, I'll be
before,
building I'll be
the
building more of
before,
these.
the
And
before and after of the like, I still mind boggle my own self looking at that picture. I was like, I don't even want to talk to my Mary Kay people. Like, don't talk to me. My face was horrible, and y'all kept saying, "Oh, your skin's so pretty." No, it wasn't. And now with pharmacy, it is. So it's
Mhm.
I got a win-win situation. But you're more than welcome to use it. Just go on my page. My page is public, and it's Nadia Matinee Morgan. You can pull whatever pictures you want on there. I'm a very open book person. You don't have to ask, send no message. Say, can I? Just take it.
the trifolds, I'll be offering custom trifolds very soon. I want to perfect them. I want them to be exactly perfect, and then I will be offering them to the team at reasonable
Mhm.
prices for the trifold, and it will include your bio, your picture, and whatever hot list QR that you want to put there. Okay, that's coming. um so I want to go back to when you're talking to the individuals, you want to set them up in advance to let them know that you're going to be reaching out to them in a couple of days. So you're going to ask, can I call you in a couple of days? You want to get their permission to reach out to them. And then you're going to follow up with them and you'll be like, how did your skin feel after trying the Lumi Radiance? Or what tell me about the fact that which lippy did you like best, and things like that. And you're going to roll it right back to your 4Cs, the compliment. You're going to continue your connecting, you're going to keep them curious, and then you're going to close. Cat, will you please? My helper. Okay, all right, so I'm going to be challenging everybody to give out 5 samples, right? We all got that sample box, right? We all spent the extra $10 or
Mhm.
$20 on that sample box. So give out 5 samples, start 5 conversations, and follow up with all 5 of them. And track it. Track it. Whatever CRM you're using, right? I know that pharmacy is building us a beautiful task assistant, but right now I can't access mine. And I know that a whole big thing is coming. But in the meantime, we need to be doing something in order to follow up with people and keep track of who we're contacting. So we should absolutely be using some sort of system. So you don't need more training from me. You need to have more conversations. So go have those conversations. Anybody have any follow-up questions?
I just wanted to tell you it's awesome, awesome. This training was very informative, straight to the point, without the extra fluff and hoorah, and it gives us all ideas, even though I vend a lot, like your ideas are still inspiring me, and even Sadia's questions made the brain work and remember all the different old school techniques. And I love it because we go back to the basics and make it very simplified. So awesome sauce. And everybody don't get overwhelmed, just because those other trainings and the not the big group, the 1,000 Family Rich big group is loud, and it's literally loud and figuratively loud, as far as sometimes it can be overwhelming when you're not hitting those numbers fast enough. Everybody is running their own race, and you eventually will get to wherever you're wanting to go, as long as you put your mindset and all that. So don't get overwhelmed with those, because I've been in this network marketing business for since like 2002, 2003, and I still get overwhelmed, even though I know the game. I know the traits. I know all of that stuff, but sometimes, I have to like sit back and say, okay, Nadia, what's realistic in my life? And that's what you do for yourself. So don't get like, it gets me hyped. I get all hyped up and be ready to take over the world like Pinky and the Brain, you know, every time I listen to them. But sometimes it can be overwhelming, and you're super hard on yourself, and you disappoint yourself because you said you was going 25 but you hit 15, or you hit 3, or you didn't even hit 3. And it's always another day. And just remember that. Just keep going. Don't quit. Never quit, because winners never quit and quitters never win. So just remember that. Keep going. I'm an open book. Tanya's an open book. Just reach out. And just reach out, and if you got questions, more than likely I'll answer. If I don't answer right away on Messenger, is because my phone refuses to send me notification on Messenger. It could be a good or a bad thing. It really doesn't. So I periodically look at them. But if I, normally it'd be like, I know she heard that ding. No, I don't have the ding. So just remember that. If you have my number, just text me. It's all over the place. It's all so many ways to contact me, Tanya, as well. All the platforms.
Facebook Messenger is the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Yeah, Tanya answers right away now, so I'm not gonna put that on her, because she answers right away. Even in her sleep, she pushed the button. But
Wrong.
It feels that way. You know, before 9 o'clock, she'll push the button. But at more like 39 o'clock, she'll push it. But yeah, I just love y'all. I love everybody's spirit. We still going hard for today, but remember, tomorrow's April 1st. I know that's probably going against the grain to everybody, but it is. It's another day. So
it's not going against the grain at all, Nadia. We can talk about that for a hot second. Strategy is strategy. And sometimes going balls to the wall at the end of 1 month isn't strategically correct for you. You really need to assess what you need for your business and for the being able to be consistent, right? There's no point in hitting a rank once and then not being able to hit it again for 6 months. There's 0 point to that. Absolutely 0 point to that. So build organically, build authentically. And if it takes you 6 months to hit director, 8 months to hit director, like it did for me, that's fine, right? Like sometimes it will, but I have a solid organization, and I'll be able to hit what I hit again next month because I'm building consistently. And so you really have to sit down in the strategy of, am I going to spend $5,000 right now and then not be able to put another order in for 4 months? Or am I going to spend $1,000 right now, have the product, and then have a little bit money to do the pop-ups and do the things so that as I sell the product that I have, I can reinvest in my business, have a couple dollars for myself, and keep it moving. So you really have to have those hard conversations with yourself and your sponsor, right? Or somebody else in your organization that you can have those conversations with, right? I'm not going to tell you to make unreasonable purchases. That's not my style. Strategy is a very big part of this business. So if you have questions about how to figure out your organization and how to go forward, please reach out to me.
That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, awesome. You always, I bring up the topic and you can articulate it in a very elegant, friendly way.
Thank you.
That's all I have, y'all. So if y'all don't have no questions, Tanya.
No,
I have
that's all
something
I
to
have.
say before you guys go. This is Kamisha from Jamaica. I
Sure.
just want to thank you guys for sharing this opportunity and also to say thanks to my sponsor, Pebbles. I'm not sure she's on the meeting, but this platform that you guys have is really something good for women. I'm trying my best to share it with as much persons that want to get it shared with them as possible because I've been sharing it, but it's kind of difficult with our culture in women um, getting involved in new business and also business overall. So I'm just trying to share it with as much persons as I can. And this opportunity that you guys are sharing is really awesome. I appreciate both of you and what you guys are doing. I'm really learning a lot. And I'm here for a while. I'm staying in this because this is a community that is really motivating me to keep going. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Kamisha. I'm going to
You're welcome.
offer you a little bit of advice, right? Like, I know that the conversion rate on the money is a little challenging for you. So that I highly recommend that you go find customers globally, okay?
Okay.
Because there are many countries that you can sell to. And the way that you find that is I'm going to show you real quick. So you can see exactly where we're going, okay? So
Okay.
if you're on your pharmacy page, you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And it's going to be over here somewhere. Where is it? Pharmacy Global. And here are all the countries that you can sell directly to. So if you
Okay.
have family or friends in these areas, start hitting them up. And
Okay.
I can take a screenshot of this and I can put it in our chat in case you're not able to find it on your phone.
Yes, please do. Thank you.
I'll do that right now before I forget. Okay. All right. If nobody else has any questions, that's all I have for you all today.
Thank
Oh,
you. Oh,
hey, I'm sorry. Nikki, can you say hello? That is the quiet storm over there hiding in the corner. I don't know if she at work, but I love when I hear her speak. But
She's at work. She might
she's
not
at
be able
work.
to come on.
Well, we love you if you hear us. And thank you for your yes, because without your yes, it wouldn't be the rest of us.
Absolutely.
I'm good.
I'm gonna get with you all so I can do a little one-on-one before my event here.
Not a
Absolutely.
problem.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, if you hit the call button on Messenger, I get those. I can answer. I just don't get when you type. I have to manually go in there and look. But if you need to talk to me, just hit the phone or the video button in Messenger. I normally answer.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Go do the 5, 5, and 5.